Okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks for checking in again. And we are going to close up our last week's budget, the 12th through the 18th. We're going to go over this week's budget, which today is Tuesday, Tuesday the 23rd. So we're a little late. Well, not really, but we'll see. So, my dogs are in here and they are being super duper whiny. So I don't know what's going on there, but if you hear them, I don't know what they want. But let's go ahead and get into closing last week's budget. So I have a hard time closing up because I have I don't know, I guess the money just fluctuates, and I have a lot of different ideas on how to track all of this and to kind of make sure. And if you're new to budgeting, or if you're, a seasoned budgeter, you know that your budget will ever be changing. So I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to figure out how to make everything work and fit for what we need it to do. Okay, so just getting into it. Last week we had our phones that came out to $259.09. I budgeted $260 for it. I'm just gonna call that even. I'm not gonna track the couple of dollars left over. And in hindsight, that is why I can never figure out what our rollover is. But it's fine. Our Google storage for one of our phones came out $9.99. Our weekend money, which was last weekend. Yeah, last weekend. No, wait. No, the weekend before. I'm looking at a calendar also. The weekend of the 12th through the 14th. Yes, so we're like a week behind on this one. It's fine. So that weekend we were over $44.60. And that is our little tracker right here. Yeah, we had donuts, a Walmart trip, 7-Eleven snacks, and we did have dinner. Did I already do this? Maybe it was me just going over it, because I actually had time to go over everything before I started filming. And I usually don't have time to do that. So, baby's still sleeping. It is, or went back to sleep. It's 10 o'clock. She should be getting up in another hour. So I had a little bit of time. So yes, $44. So that was probably this taco dinner. In the food category, we were way over. We spent $637.34, and we were negative $437. So that can be explained because my husband went out of town, and so we were restocking the house. So I did do 310 Costco trip. I'm not doing sinking funds right now, but even if I did, I never really understood how to do the sinking funds for Costco. I need to watch some other people that do it because I don't get it. But with that, and then there was 2 Walmart trips for more groceries. Oh, and then we went to Winco for groceries. So there's 4 grocery trips. But yeah, that was restocking the house. Oh my goodness, this dog. So, yep, that went a little over. That's enough. Okay. And then this little section, or the orange sections, is where I'm going to be dividing or separating what we used on what card. So our total was $637 that we spent in the food category, and if I break it down, 101 came out of our regular debit. So I usually say debit or cash because we don't use actual paper cash. But 409 came out of our On Point card, and $30 was our Capital One, and $96 came out of our Amazon card. So a new idea of mine was, let's see. So we have, let me see if I can explain this. So we have $200 for budgeted for food. 101.63 came out of actual cash, so we have $98.37 left over. So with that $98.37, since it's already budgeted to go somewhere, it's going to go to one of these cards. And then pay that off, and then we're still negative $437, but at least a little bit went to one of these cards, and we know, how do I explain this? Then we know that we were over, and then we know on which card we left that balance on. I know it's a little complicated, and I think I may be like overthinking of it, thinking about it, but I think I'm going to try to do that just so every penny gets used, because what I'll usually do is, okay, we're over $400, then just call it even, and then that $98 gets rolled over, and so it never really goes back to paying back or lowering the balance or anything, because that $98 I can, pay back completely Amazon or Capital One and a little bit of Amazon. So yeah, so it's just another way just to really make the budgeted money do what it's supposed to do and pay back the balances. And that way I have a clearer picture of where we're putting balances, since we are at the moment living on our credit cards a little bit. If you're newer, I am currently on maternity leave with our surprise Texas baby. So we weren't super prepared for maternity leave and rebuying baby stuff. So we are currently kind of living off of credit cards. We have balances on them, and I know that's not typical and it's not okay, but you kind of have to do what you have to do in your whatever situation you're in. So me and my husband have the understanding that that is okay, that we will probably max out a credit card or two before I go back to work. And our goal this year and probably next year will be to pay those off and then replenish our savings, because whatever we did have of savings this year, or that we were able to get from 2023, went into this whole baby time. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. And under unbudgeted for this week was 514, and that's higher because we did do new tires on one car and oil change on the other car, school lunches, and a haircut. So if I split that up, 472 was on one card and $42 was on another card. And then unbudgeted just comes out of leftovers. Any leftovers that we have, which I will show you right here. I do the monthly projections. So I kind of just lay out all of my bills here. I lay out all of the bills on how they come out on a calendar time frame, and then I just subtract that from my husband's income because that's what we're budgeting off of. And so last week we should have had. Oh yeah, no, sorry. Last week we should have 451 left over. So that's where all of this is coming out of. So, oh yeah, and then unbudgeted is just, well, this is on the credit card, so it will be a balance on the credit cards until I figure out a way to redo this or to pay it back. So that might just sit on there for a little bit. And this is supposed to be my expense tracking, but I am sometimes not super great about that. That's another thing that kind of gets me in trouble. But anyways, so our total bills was $996. It ended up coming out to $1,419.32, giving us a negative of $400.23. $423.32. Oh gosh. Okay. So yeah, so that's the information or the data that I'm taking from this and then trying to keep making my budget better for our current situation. And then I did set up this week's budget. So I budget from Friday through Thursday. So this was starting last Friday, the 19th, and it goes to this Thursday, the 25th. So just real quick is, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we have a total of $700 of bills. So we have our weekend money, our gas for our cars, we have an auto savings, we have food for the week, daycare for my daughter, Netflix, and Target. So that only adds up to 700. Where is that? So that is, oh yeah, this one, 703. Oh yeah. Over here I have it at 703 because I put Netflix as $23, but I don't know why it already came out to only $16.99. So we'll see. Unless that's Spotify and I wrote it in the wrong spot. I'll have to double check. But from this bill, from this week, we should have 747 left over. So that will be a good chunk, but I usually don't, don't really decide to do anything with leftover money until all of this week has passed, or all of these bills have been paid for, or whatever. Just because since we always do go over, that $700 will go over to the leftovers and then dwindle from there. So, I guess another thing that I want to get into is like planning of your weeks so you kind of know where your money is. Like I said, I think right now I'm really overthinking it just because we've gotten out of debt twice before this. So I think I'm just not loving the fact that we are in debt and just less income right now. And so I'm just overthinking it to just stay motivated to lessen our debt and get in the mindset to be paying it off. Where was I going with that? Oh, I don't remember, but it had something to do with this. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, planning your week. So I typically do our budget portion, and then also kind of look at our week, to see, is there any school days off? Is there holidays? Is there birthdays? Pretty much anything like that kind of stuff. I really try to think about it and envision it and look at the calendar and see where things fall. So if there's like a gift or a birthday and we want to send a gift, obviously we have to plan for that and know that that's extra money that will be coming out of the budget. Or like eating out now, I had mentioned before, like if we want to eat out or even fast food, we kind of have to like think about it, because since there's all of us now, I always have to count. There's 6 of us. Well, obviously the baby doesn't eat food, but there's 5 of us. And so it adds up eating out. It's like $120 at a restaurant, and to eat out at a fast food is between like $40 and $60. So with a $200 budget, that doesn't really go a long way. So if we want to do that, I do try to like envision it and plan it in my day. And I think I'll take more time to go over that in a different video. I'm trying to think up of different things, I guess, that I deal with a little bit of a bigger family now. And my kids are gapped. So I have two teenage boys. They eat like full grown men. So we, the price for that is crazy. And then I have a toddler that eats all the time. She's 2.5, so she eats all the time, except when we get her fast food or restaurant food. That's the time where she decides not to eat. But at home, she's constantly eating, snacks, and then her meal, and then another snack, and she likes desserts. So then groceries adds up. My little one we have formula for her, and I think the formula that we have is going to last us quite a bit unless she decides to change her schedule. I'm only doing formula to supplement a meal or 2 during the 24 hours with her, because she is a little hungry hippo also. So, but I think I'll do like planning your day, because I'm doing it because of my bigger family, and I have to stay on track. And I obviously don't want it like taking the kids out. I don't want to never not do anything, but it is expensive to take them out. And if I have to take a hit on a credit card or something to take them somewhere and do something, then that's totally fine. But that's literally like we go out once over the weekend, and then we do nothing during the week. With 2 littles, and in this Texas weather right now, it's been really cold. Today it's rainy and really foggy. I don't take them out. So the boys understand, but it does get boring. So yeah, but I think I'll talk about that a little bit more in another video, just how to like envision and plan for your week. And I guess just from my perspective of it, because it does suck trying to get out of debt and not accrue more debt, because that limits what you can do during your days and your weeks and the activities you get to do. So yeah. So okay. So yep, this is this coming week. We haven't gotten gas yet. This last weekend we only had Burger King. Every other meal was eaten at home. I haven't gone grocery shopping, but I do have a grocery list. And I'm hoping to do a grocery video with this new info, since I haven't grocery shop, and I'm going to try to just grocery shop for what I'm making this week. It's already Tuesday. I don't know if we'll make dinner today or if we'll eat out today. We'll have to see how things fall. But yeah, so everything on this week so far looks like is going to be on track. I don't have anything planned during the week. Hopefully nothing unbudgeted comes out. And then I think, yeah, I did went ahead and write out the following week. But like I said, since I do the projections, it's over here, 126. Yeah. So it's this one here. So the week of 126 through February 1st. So that will be the weekend, gas, internet, food, daycare, and our house mortgage payment. I don't budget for right now because all of our savings cover our mortgage payment. And we're just budgeting my husband's paycheck, which is usually $14.50 weekly, for our weekly bills. And I switched our budgeting from bi-weekly to weekly since his pay schedule changed later last year, 2023. So yeah, so just kind of like an update now. This is my little expense tracking, which I don't even know what I was thinking. But it's just crazy right there. But yeah, just a quick little check-in for last week, and that's what it is, and setting up for this week. So hopefully we stay more on track with food. We'll see, because I can't even remember what's on my grocery list or on my meals list. So, but I'm hoping to stay on budget, and I'm hoping that the leftover money from this paycheck will go to probably bills. Yeah. So any leftover money, I usually roll it over to cover overages in our budget, and then usually debt, and I like to split it with savings. But I think right now I'm not gonna do savings. I don't know. I have a complex about that because I do want money in savings for any instances that come up. But I also do think I have a couple of credit cards that I have available for an emergency, or if I'm paying my credit cards, then I have available balance to use. And I know that's not that's not what we should be doing, is putting it on credit cards and then figure out how to pay it back later. But like I said, if that's the season of life you're in, and I've explained, if you have the understanding that that is your goal to pay it off, then I'm doing it and we're okay with it. Obviously, don't do anything that you're not prepared for. So I have a complex if I should save or if I should pay off debt, or if there's an equal way, like majority paying off debt, and then like $100 to $300 put into savings. So I don't know. I also have a complex of how to pay our cards, because the two cards that have the bigger balance, they're pretty equal, like the balance and the, what's it called? The interest rate. So I don't know, and I might chat about it. Oh, well, I'm thinking of doing the debt confession, so maybe I'll do that. But if anybody has any, I guess, knowledge or your input on what card you should pay off first, I'm thinking of not using the Capital, not using it anymore, paying that one off, and then just keep using the Amazon. I don't know, but we'll see. But yep, okay, that is our check-in for this last week, and hopefully this week stays on budget is the goal that we want to hit. And yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing your budget too and sticking to it, or making your changes or arrangements however it flows with the season of life you're in. And yeah, it's just money, and I get that that's a big stressor, but at the same time, it's just money. You can make more of it, you can fluctuate your bills and stuff, so it's less stressful, but I get it, trust me. We're in that season where I don't love where we're at, but at the same time, this is our life right now, and I know since we've been here before, oh, this dog, that we will get out of it and it'll be fine. So, all right, everybody, have a great Tuesday. This little dog is insane. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.